7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Vaping with Tough Luck, and today I'm hooking you guys up with another review from Sense, and this one is Herakles Honor. Yep. So as you guys know, Sense has been killing it with the new products. They've been dropping RDAs, RTAs, miniature SubOhm tanks, and now even full-size tanks. And now they're doing one that's going to be honoring the original Hercules SubOhm tank that started all the new Hercules products. And what is that? This one is the new Herakles Honor tank. This was sent over directly from Sense for review, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be unboxing it out. We're going to be checking it out. We're going to be going over all the features of it, what's changed from the original one to the new one. And then we're going to jump back up top. We're going to vape on it, and I'm going to give you guys all my thoughts. Alright guys, you guys cool with that? I'm cool with that. Let's go down low and let's check it out. And what is it? The Herakles Honor. Alright guys, I'll catch you guys down low. Up and close and personal with the new Herakles Honor tank. As you see, I've already have the black one on top of a mod. So today we are going to be checking out the stainless steel one and the rose gold one. So why don't we go ahead and get into that. Let's go ahead and start with the packaging. As you see, the same packaging that we are used to. It's going to have what it is right here on the side. On the back, it's going to have a little description that we'll talk about in a second. The contents, a scratch and sniff. Designed and manufactured by SigGreat and Sense's website. Then inside the packaging, you are going to get your Sense Herakles Honor SubOhm tank, as you see here, in whatever color that you choose, either stainless steel, as you see here, rose gold, and you also have black that you've seen in the beginning. These are the three color options. Then you also are going to get a Herakles Honor 0.6 ohm replaceable coil head. It is the original coil that we are used to seeing with the Hercules SubOhm tanks, but now it says Honor on the coil. It gives you your resistance right here, Sense, and then your recommended wattage. This one is rated to 50 to 100 watts, and as you see, it is still the same coil that the original Hercules used. That is the same as we're used to seeing with the Atlantis style coils as well. Then last, you are going to get a replacement piece of glass. As I said, we will come back to the back of the packaging. Here is what the back of the packaging states. If you guys want to go ahead and read that, I'll give you guys a minute. So then you have the contents of the packaging right here. Includes one Sense Herakles Honor tank, one replacement coil, and one replacement glass, as I showed you guys. You also have a scratch and sniff right here to ensure you are using an authentic Herakles Honor tank, designed and manufactured, and their website. So what's this tank remind you of right off the jump? The original Hercules SubOhm tank, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the original Hercules SubOhm tank real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll start the review with this. So here's the original Hercules SubOhm tank that started off the whole Hercules series. You guys remember this one. It was a pain in the ass if you didn't have it in this color to change the airflow options because you couldn't see it if you had the black one. And to fill your tank, this one, you had to pop off of it, take it off, and then fill it from the bottom. This one did not feature a top fill option. And this one used the new, back then, the Atlantis style coils that were also used with like the Tron tank, the iJust 2, the Milo 2, and of course, the Hercules tanks. So that's what we got with the original Hercules SubOhm tank. Now, let's go ahead and jump back to the new Herakles Honor, which is basically honoring this tank, but getting rid of all the stuff that we hated and adding a bunch of awesome new features. So here we are back with the Herakles Honor tank. As you see, guys, it is quite similar. It exactly is similar. But let's talk about some of the changes and some of the things they kept. So they kept the same similar style airflow, but they did make a change to this. They did keep the whole similar style look. And it is also 3 mils of e-liquid capacity. It can only hold 3 mils of e-juice. But now let's talk about some of the new features. They replaced the 510 drip tip with this new Delrin Black drip tip. That is the same one included with all 3 colors. It is now available in a new color, which is the rose gold. This color right here. It now offers a juice flow control right here. If you guys can see that right there, is now open. You twist this bottom piece right here. Now it is closed. Now it's open. Closed. Open. It offers the same adjustable clicking positions airflow controller. So all you would do to change your airflow is go ahead and grab this ring right here with this knurling and twist it. You can hear that clicking. That's how it actually adjusts. It does not lock in place once it's all the way open or all the way closed, but it is firm enough that it is going to hold its position to whatever you set it on. There you go. Whatever's on the one side is now the same on the other side. Both airflow openings are the same size, and now you can just cut them down by twisting your airflow controller. Also offers now a new top fill that was not with the old original Hercules tank either, that you can see with this new knurling up top around here. Go ahead and twist that off. And now you can fill your e-liquid right from the top with these kidney-shaped fill holes right here. This up, let's just go over some of the specs real quick. So the Herakles Honor tank itself is a 22.3 millimeters in diameter, as you see right here on the bottom. So it's going to look good on all your box mods and everything like that. Then from the bottom of this copper 510 pin here on the bottom, that is non-adjustable. It is a fixed 510 pin that is surrounded by PEEK insulator right there. But from here to the top of the provided 510 drip tip is going to be 67.5 millimeters tall. So not too shabby, not too shabby. It is going to offer a 3 mil e-liquid capacity inside here. It is made out of completely all stainless steel construction. And it offers 3 colors, as I told you guys. So here is the 3 color options that is available for the Herakles Honor tanks. And then they also offer multiple different coil options that we did not see with the original Hercules also. Besides the 1.8 ceramic coil, they also offer a 0.2, a 0.6, a 0.4, a 1.8, and a nickel 200 temp control coil as well, which we'll talk about them shortly. So let's just get back to checking out the tank, and we'll go ahead and disassemble it and show you guys basically it broken down. First, we'll go ahead and remove the drip tip. You have your 510 drip tip right here. It is held on by these 2 O-rings. Nice little drip tip. Then you have right here with this knurling top piece right here, which is your top cap and also where you fill your e-liquid. Go ahead and remove that off, and then you're going to be able to fill your tank with your favorite e-liquid that you want to vape with. As you see here on the outside, you do have some buttery smooth threading, and then you also have an O-ring right here on the outside that is going to make a seal with this bottom with your top cap right here. Then you have your glass chamber and everything like that. On the bottom here, you do have some etching right here, some Herakles Honor right there. You also have the Hercules logo inside there. Now to take this part off to access your coil, which is something pretty cool now also about this one, you don't have to drain your tank to swap out your coil. All you do is go ahead and close off your juice flow control right here by turning the bottom as I showed you guys, making sure that's closed. And as you see here, these notches, just like we seen on the Hercules Pro and the Pro Nano, this is done in the same similar style. It's also got designed and manufactured by Sigrate. Then you have your coil. And inside here we currently have the 1.8 ohm ceramic base coil head. You also have an O-ring right here on the bottom that you want to make sure does remain on your tank. If this O-ring isn't on here, you could have some leaking issues when you go ahead and place this back on. Here's just the closer look of the actual new coil head of the 1.8 ohm ceramic coil. And as you see, nothing too fancy, the same Atlantis style coil head that we are used to. You got your juice ports right here, your airflow ports right there, your threading, and you always want to make sure that this O-ring above the threading right here is on your coil when you are swapping out your coils. And then here is the base of your actual tank. As you see, you do have your airflow options right there. Currently it's set to be half closed off. There's your 510 pin down in there. You can also see how beautiful the machining and threads are on this tank. I was very impressed with the threading of this actual tank. It has so far been my favorite tank from Sense. Of the machining quality and threads of this one has been beautiful. All the way down to the 510, all the way up to just the top fill. Not a bad little tank. Last piece you can break down is if you need to replace your glass or just go ahead and give it a clean, you can also separate this as well. Just to give you guys an upper close of it, there's inside your chimney, the threading, the engravings, the top of your top fill. Now, let's go ahead and break this down. And as you see what happened right there, the bottom O-ring seal that should be laying in right here came off at the bottom of the tank. You always want to make sure this O-ring remains on here. So just go ahead and pull it off. Go ahead and pop it on there. That way when you place your tank back on, it does make a snug fit down on your actual chimney itself. Just to give you guys an upper close look of the actual chimney itself. Got a nice thick bore right here. Your nice little chimney, so you are going to get some great flavor in my opinion. Alright, now let's go ahead and put this back together. So that's basically it, guys, for the Hercules Honor SubOhm tank from Sense. Throw some liquid in this bad boy and vape on this bad boy and give you guys all my thoughts. Guys, so here we are. I got it on top of a DNA 200 Triad. I'm going to go ahead and remove the top fill. Go ahead and close off my juice flow control. Make sure it's screwed on tight. Juice flow control is closed off. Now, for the e-liquid we are going to be using, I'm going to be using some Diggs Elixirs. You can check them out on facebook.com/Diggs Elixirs or on Instagram at Diggs Elixirs. Review of this stuff and their whole line coming up soon. This one is their Unicorn Cream. This is a 3 milligram at a 30 milliliter bottle, and this is a 70/30 e-juice. And we are going to be using that 1.8 ohm ceramic based coil head. Guys, so there we are, filled up and ready to rock. Let's go ahead and screw your top cap back on. Open up that juice flow control. As you can see, it's starting to wick. So with that, let's jump back up to FaceTime. Let's have a vape on the Hercules Honor, and I'll give you guys all my thoughts of what I think about this and where you guys can go pick one up if you guys would like to get one. What's up, guys? Welcome back up top. So we just did the up close and personal look at the Hercules Honor tank, and while that one is currently sitting up priming the coils, I forgot to show you one thing that was also sent with this package of the Hercules Honor tanks and the up close and personal. So what we're going to do real quick is just dive up close one more time, check that part out real quick, and then we'll jump back up, and by then we'll be ready to vape on the Hercules Honor. So give me 1 second, and we'll dive back down and check out what I forgot to show you guys. So here is the coil options for the new Hercules Honor tank. Here is all the coil options that are Kanthal based, or just your regular coils that you can run in wattage mode. And what they are, you have the 0.2 coil option, which is rated at 30 to 75 watts. You have the 0.4, which is rated at 30 to 80 watts. Then you have the 0.6, which is rated at 50 to 100 watts. And then again, you have their new 1.8 ohm coil head, which is a ceramic based coil that is rated at 20 to 50 watts. And then last but not least, they also do include their nickel 200 coils that we were used to seeing with the original Hercules tank. And these are a 0.2 nickel coil, 15 to 50 watts, and this can only be ran in temp control, guys. I cannot stress that enough. Ni200 stands for nickel, and anytime you use a nickel or titanium coils, you always want to use it in temp control mode. The only temp control coil option that can be ran in both wattage mode or temp control is stainless steel coils. And speaking of stainless steel, there is not a stainless steel coil option as of right now. As of right now, you have these 5 options of coil options. You have the 0.2, the 0.4, the 0.6, the 1.8, and your nickel coil. And because this tank can also run the previous Atlantis coil, you can also run the G Clapton coils that were 24 karat gold that you can use with the original Hercules tank. Or shout out to Coil Art by Coil Tech with their new notch coils. And as you see here, these coils also work with the new Herakles Honor, and they're also compatible with all these tanks as well. So you can also use all these coils, all these tanks coil heads as well with the new Herakles Honor. And this is the Coil Art notch coil. So pretty sweet. This is the CT notch coil, 0.2 ohms, and it's rated all the way up to 70 watts. So not too shabby. But that's what you got for the Herakles Honor coil options. Now let's just jump back up and continue vaping on this Herakles Honor tank, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome back up top. So you guys just got to see all the coil options available for the Herakles Honor tank. You got to see the up close and personal. We broke it down. We showed you all the extras. Now it's time to vape on it and give you guys my final thoughts and let you guys know if the FDA came and took this shit from me, would the Herakles Honor tank be the one that I go out and get? I'll let you guys know. Delicious, guys. Diggs Elixirs Unicorn Cream, which is a strawberry vanilla pudding with vanilla wafers. Fucking amazing, guys. Let's talk about cons with this tank. The only cons that I have for this tank is two cons. One con right off the jump was that they did not include any extra O-rings inside the tank. And I know you guys are going to say some SubOhm tanks don't do that, but it's one thing that I want to point out that is subjective because your O-rings could go bad. It does use quite some O-rings. You could rip one, tear one, they could break down, whatever. They didn't include any extras. So, but they did include their new 1.8 ohm ceramic coil head that comes pre-installed in this tank. So you also get the same coil head that they featured with the Hercules Pro tank. Then you also get a 0.6 replacement coil head. Then you also get replacement glass. So I guess it evens out, but still I just think it's something I want to mention to you guys. And then one other thing that was a big con to me, which is still subjective, but still something I want to point out. If you guys remember the original Hercules SubOhm tank from Sense and Cigarette, this one did not have top fill, did not have juice flow control, and it had a stainless steel style drip tip, and the airflow was a little bit different. This one held 3 mils of e-liquid. Back then, this was my go-to SubOhm tank, even over the Crown and the TFE4 about a little over a year ago when them two dropped as well. This one right here was my favorite one. But it held 3 mils of e-liquid, and back then that was plenty. Nowadays, I personally think with what they did with this one, adding top fill, adding a different drip tip, changing up the airflow design to make it even better, and adding a juice flow controller, all them extra options they added into this tank to improve it, but they kept it the same amount of juice capacity of 3 mils. That was a con to me. I personally believe they could have went and made it a little bit bigger in diameter to maybe make it hold a little bit more e-liquid. They could have made it a 24 or even kept it a 22 and did some special design. They can do it. They've made out some badass tanks, some badass products. They could do it, and they could have made this hold a little bit more e-liquid. But then again, the reason why I say it's subjective, because some people might find that 3 mils is plenty. And me personally, it holds up fine for me, and it works for me. Let's talk pros. Pros. I mean, where to start? Removable 510 drip tip. They made it all Delrin so you don't get any hot lips or anything like that. It's now top fill. It's got juice flow control, so you're not going to have any problems with leaking when you're going to fill this tank. It's got a better airflow controller. It's got the same design, but they fixed it to make it just 2 large holes, one on each side, so that way you don't have to adjust it, measuring out, holding it up to the light to adjust it to see if you have it on the right setting and so forth. Now, you adjust it and tune it how you want to just by clicking it. Great design. I love that. Overall, guys, I mean, it's a badass tank. Another pro I want to mention, Sense alone offers a wide variety amount of coils, and personally, I think it's the only tank that offers this many coils options, because there are other ones like the Hercules Pro, the Hercules Pro Nano, the Weirdo. They offer a good amount of coils, but this one so far offers the most. I showed you guys in the up close. It has a 0.2, a 0.4, a 0.6, a 1.8, a nickel, even a 1.8 ohm ceramic based coil head. That's all offered by Sense. Other manufacturers out there like Coil Art. I mean, there's so many coil options out there that use the Atlantis style coil head option or the Hercules style coil option, whatever you want to call it, that will work inside this tank. I know, just something to mention, back then when I was vaping on the original Hercules tank, Atom Vapes, I think it was, came out with a coil head called the G Clapton, which was a Clapton based coil head that was 24 karat gold. And guys, I love that coil head. I loved it. I vaped it all the time, threw it in my Hercules OG tank, the original one, and vaped the shit out of it. Now, with this Herakles Honor tank, my go-to setup with this is that 1.8 ohm ceramic coil, wide open airflow, wide open juice flow control, 40 to 42 watts on a DNA 200 or an RX 200, and I'm gonna have me a damn vape right now, but that's my go-to setup, and I've been enjoying the shit out of it. I've already probably put a whole 120 through this tank using the 1.8 ohm ceramic coil heads, and man guys, it's delicious. I'm gonna have a vape and then we're gonna get ready and wrap this up. That flavor is amazing, guys. Two things I want to point out before we go ahead and wrap this up is, one, with the 1.8 ohm ceramic coil head, I do highly recommend using it with a box mod that is going to at least put out 7 to 8 to 9 volts, like a DNA 200, like a RX 200, somewhere in that factor form of box mods, because you have to remember, because the resistance is so high, being at a 1.8 ohms, at 40 watts on a DNA 200, it is currently kicking out 8.5 volts. So even though it's putting out more voltage, it's less amperage, but the higher resistance, the more volts it's going to kick out even at lower wattages. So you are going to need something to be able to provide that amount of volts, where some mods are restricted to only 5 volts, 6 volts. You want to make sure you have enough voltage to be able to power the coil head so you can get that good, nice vape. It's one thing I want to point out, and that's a con that can maybe be with the coil heads, but there's plenty of other coil options for you, so I don't really make it a con. Pick this up right now for like $30. I'll have links down in the description where you can pick one of these up. And it's available in 3 different colors: black, stainless steel, and gold. And the cool thing about it, it's available in all the colors at the same price. It does not change. Which one's better, Tough? The Herakles Honor or the Hercules Pro or Pro Nano? Well, personally, it's going to be a preference thing. If you have previous tanks that use the Hercules Pro coil heads, the shorter ones, then I would go with the Hercules Pro, because you already have coil heads for it, because you can also still get that same vape. But now, me personally, if the FDA came and took all my vape gear, my Hercules Pro, my Hercules Pro Nano, and my Herakles Honor tanks, which one of them 3 would I seek out and buy? No questions, the Herakles Honor. I just love this tank. It's great. The airflow on it, I believe, is the best airflow. You can make it to where it's a restrictive type hit. You can make it to where it's a nice swishy airflow. It does hold a decent amount of e-liquid at 3 mils. I can't complain. There's really nothing I can complain about this tank, guys. I've just really been impressed with this tank. I love it. And with that, guys, that's all I got to say about the Herakles Honor tank. I do give it a double thumbs up. I highly recommend it for any style vapor out there. If you're looking for a good SubOhm tank, I highly recommend checking out the Herakles Honor tank. And with that, guys, thank you for vaping with Tough Luck, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, shit! For you guys that stayed around and even watched to the last second, you guys have a chance to win a Herakles Honor SubOhm tank and some extra coil heads. All you have to do is drop a comment down below, like this video, be a subscriber, and let me know down in the comments what you think of this Herakles Honor tank. And do you like this one better, or do you like the Hercules Pro and Pro Nano? Let me know down in the comments, and end it with the hashtag Hercules OG. That right there lets me know you watched this to the end of the video, and you let me know Herakles Honor or Hercules Pro or Pro Nano. That right there will get you entered into the giveaway. And I'll let it run for a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up and end it up, and I'll announce the winner very soon. Alright guys, so with that, thank you for vaping with tough luck. Good luck for you guys. And remember, that's the Hercules Honor. And tough luck gives it a double thumbs up.